Hey, what's up, guys? Max here. So here's the combination of videos that I'm gonna be putting out there when it comes to like my experience again inside the Karina's Challenge Volume 3. This is gonna be specifically around the Spider-Verse Heroes Challenge and what team I used, what my recommendations are now that I've used this team and I went through and even actually other things that I've been exposed to. Maybe you should consider when doing this challenge. Okay, so biggest thing, I went on the right side. Still focusing on the right side. 4 champions need to be done with Hercules. We kind of know that easily solos and with a couple of Hercules max boosted with recoil on. Again, that makes it easier for yourself. Even if you can afford some of the cosmic 200% power back boost on the 3 final fights. It's not going to work on the Dormammu, but it will work on the next 3. So once we start getting into the challenging portions of the Spider-Verse Heroes Challenge, is going to be here. So once we get up to the first match, the champions based off my collection or my selection of champions. So I used, let me cover that. I used Starkey. I used Spider-Ham, not the 5-star. I used the 6-star, and I used Spider Supreme. So these are the 3 champions I chose to use to take into this challenge. And the reason why is very easy, and it's kind of given to my account. Okay, so it's my account specific. Starkey is at rank 4 at the moment, and Spider-Ham is at rank 4 as well. Spider-Man Supreme, I was actually considering to take him to rank 4, but actually at a rank 3, that's all you need. So if you don't have a rank 4 Supreme, don't worry about it. Your rank 3 can do the fight because he's only going to be doing 1 fight inside this lane. So let's talk Kraven. Kraven's actually very easy with Starkey. Build your poise charges, build them up. He's going to be unblockable. Don't forget about that. Don't forget about his special 1. He's going to launch it, and he's going to put the trap. But with Starkey, he's a special 1 animation, even his special 2. If you end up getting your special 2, it's going to give you so much spacing that you're going to be able to remove basically the trap that Kraven sets on the floor. He's such a good, useful champion to fight Kraven, especially when placing traps. So you really don't have to worry about landing in the trap. The other good thing about Starkey when it comes to Kraven, if you're kind of like sketchy, you're a little bit afraid of building your poise charges because he's unblockable right out the gate, maybe you build 1 or 2, but because he's going to be launching his specials, you're gonna be able to build even more charges as long as you kind of save them. So if you end up getting to 10 and you're just dealing really good damage, and you get yourself to a special 2, you're gonna see how it hurts when it comes to like the damage that Kraven's gonna receive off that. So that was my experience when using that. Okay, so the next champion, the next fight, I basically, when it comes to Scorpion, because I brought in Spider-Ham, I healed Spider-Ham all the way. I actually had a pretty good run with him. I'm gonna leave it in the comments so you guys can see the video of the stream. Of course, there's gonna be a lot more chatter, a lot more stuff going on. It's gonna be kind of a winded, long 2-hour stream, but here's the summary of it. Basically, Spider-Ham was my go-to to take down Scorpion. What I ended up doing, again, I have a rank 4 Spider-Ham. I should have probably invested a little bit more 6 stones into my Spider-Ham because his damage kits multiply, I believe, through that, his poker poppers. But that's what I did. I healed them up all the way to full, and I ended up pairing heavy, pairing medium, pairing heavy. Parry heavy was to drop off the protection, and if I could, I would land 2 mediums, but I think the window is not really good, so I would go parry heavy, then parry medium. So again, you're gonna take a lot of chip damage because the parries, I think we're doing around 400 to 700 damage for parries, and by the time you get that explosion happens on your Spider-Ham, you're at like 20% health. So I would say courage when it comes to your masteries is going to be important. Oh, masteries, let me cover that. I'm all over the place on this one. When it comes to masteries, you're going to want to have no recoil, basically what's called suicides. You don't want to have them on. You want to have nothing of that on. You're going to want to have just your full attack masteries on. Very quickly, you're going to want to have courage on. You might want to have assassin on if you can, but you don't want that top tree when it comes to your poison and bleed damages. Even though they give you amazing attack, you don't want to have those on, because these Spider-Mans or spider champions are very fragile, and you just don't want to have that extra damage ticking on your champion. And you're gonna have to be healing up to full, and you're gonna be launching a lot of specials, at least on a couple of matches. You're gonna be launching specials on the Kraven match. You won't be launching specials on the Scorpion match. Just parry heavies, parry medium mediums, parry medium mediums, parry medium mediums, parry heavy. That's kind of like the rotation you're gonna be doing, and you're gonna let those mediums and those heavies do a lot of damage, but the big damage is going to come from the poker poppers you're going to be placing on Scorpion. And that's how that fight goes, right? Icarus fight. This fight is actually really fun, and I didn't figure the fight until the end, which sucks. I wish I would have figured this fight out a lot earlier, but here's my tip. Here's my advice. Bring in your Spider-Man Supreme, okay? And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to heavy his heavy. So you're going to counter him with a heavy. It's really easy. Dash back once, heavy counter him. It's kind of, the spacing is really good. If he does the special one, same thing, heavy counter his special one, and then work your way up to a special 2. Special 2 is where the raw damage is at for Spider-Man Supreme. His special 2, when he has the orange, basically it's called the blessing of the totem. When that orange thing is active on your Spider-Man and you launch a special 2, you're gonna see those crits just be all over the screen, nice and beautiful and yellow, and you're gonna be dealing tons of damage. I was doing special 1s, special 2s kind of rarely, a lot of special 1s, and no, I was doing it all wrong. Special 2 is the key. So what you're gonna have to do a little bit is manipulate the AI a little bit with when it comes to your combos, hitting into the block, trying to get some heavies in there. So a lot of heavy counter to get yourself to a special 2. But once you get that special 2, it's gonna be super rewarding when it gets it. Might be interested in running MD a little bit if possible. Maybe not 5 out of 5, but maybe some, just to get that special 2 rotation going back to back to back. That's what you want to do, and if possible, the boost. So okay, yeah, I'm sorry, let's cover the boost right now. Let's cover the boost. I boosted because I didn't run any recoil trees. You're gonna want, I ended up doing this 15%, and I think I was doing the 20%. I would recommend going 30%, and if you have them, the 20% attack boost as well. I think those are going to be better off for you to do. I have another video coming on how to get this. What did I do to get these boosts? That's coming in shortly. So if you're not going to be running it right away, there's a video coming on how to actually prep in general for the Karina challenge, not specifically per challenge, but in general. I'm gonna do a big prep general kind of like guide of what I ended up doing. Maybe it helps you, maybe you end up doing the same steps. But again, that was the fight. And then here's the Penny Parker fight. Starkey's what you want to end up bringing here for this fight. He just basically rinsed her. Mistakes were made, but he can do this fight. Build some poise. You're gonna have to heal him to full. Build some poise. He does great damage through the block. Well, he's gonna be able to take down her shield, which is through the block, and then he's gonna be able to do some damage through there. But ideally, it's gonna be a slow fight. Don't rush it. I know you're very close to the boss, and you're just like, I'm right there. I want to take out this boss, but just hold off on it, okay? And when it comes to the Thanos, I use Starkey. Starkey was my go-to champion for Thanos. There is some getting to know the fight. This is my second time fighting Thanos now. I knew a little bit more was going on, but Starkey was really good. And the reason why Starkey became really good for me, based off my team that I brought, was because you need somebody that hits incredibly hard. And guess what? Out of these 3 champions, these 3 Spider-Mans, Starkey was the champion that was hitting the hardest. So that is my recommendation. And after watching, by the way, MSD's solo on Thanos with Spider-Man 2099. And you're probably wondering now, it's like, hey, Max, where's Spider-Man 2099? Why aren't you mentioning him? I didn't know that was able to solo that way and power control that Thanos that way. He can. So if you want to substitute Spider-Ham out, I don't see I don't see a problem with Starkey on Scorpion. But you might be able to use Spider-Man 29 on Scorpion as well if you're gonna go on the right side. And you're gonna be bringing in Spider-Man 2099 specifically, mainly big counter for the boss, making your life a little bit easier when it comes to taking down this boss. If you look at MSD's fight, I would say go watch it, rewatch it, watch it a couple of times, because there's gonna be definitely some visuals that you're gonna be wanting to kind of copy. You're gonna want to know the fight going into it, and obviously you might end up making a mistake or two. It's okay. You're just gonna want to have that fight done with 2099 if you want to make it very easy. But if you don't end up bringing that team, or you don't have a 2099, then this team works perfectly and you can do this fight with Starkey. So I wish you luck. Don't forget, you're gonna need revives and you're gonna need health pots. Specifically for this Spider-Verse challenge, you're gonna need a lot of health pots, because that's the only way. You're gonna have to heal these champions all the way to full, especially on the Scorpion fight. You're gonna want to heal all the way to full, and you're gonna be taking a blast damage. And when it comes to your Spider-Ham, and then when it comes to your Starkey, you're gonna need that champion all the way to full, above 50% health. If you take chip damage, if you accidentally do a miss up and you get hit. So these specific champions here, besides maybe Spider-Man Supreme, need to be 100% full in health. So grind out the revives, but really grind out health pots when it comes to the Spider-Verse challenge, because you're gonna be, again, I can't repeat myself enough, take them all the way up to full health. Boost, revives, health pots. That's pretty much it. Those are my kind of like few simple steps that I took with this team in this Spider-Verse. And then if you want to change another champion too, by the way, maybe pull out Spider-Ham and bring in Stealthy. I can see him doing a couple of the fights. I can see him doing also the Scorpion fight. I like Spider-Ham. Again, one of my favorite champions, and he was ranked 4, so that's why one of the reasons I brought him. But good luck to you guys. I wish you the best, and hope you guys are able to get something out of this video and be able to clear this challenge fairly easy. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope this helps. I hope the stream helps. Again, it was extremely, I ended up doing it within 48 hours, so really fast. So a lot of lessons learned through going through it pretty quick, and then I'm sure we're going to learn even more in the future. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.